Hi there, students. In this video I wanted to look at the words to blanch and to blench. Okay, they both sound pretty similar. Okay, so firstly, to blanch means to turn pale because you're shocked. Yeah, he blanched when he discovered that he'd just been extremely rude to his boss. So it's to turn white. Yeah, I blanched at the thought of the stupid mistake I had made. So to blanch, to make something pale. Whereas to blench is to flinch, to suddenly move back, to react physically because something frightens you, or it disgusts or shocks you or upsets you. He always blenches at the sight of blood. Okay, okay, so to blench, to flinch, to move back. You can also mean to blench, meaning to be very unwilling to do something. So I blenched at the thought of cutting open the wound and getting the bullet out. Okay, maybe I blanched at it as well, but that's meaning I went white. Whereas to blench, oof, yeah. So you're not willing to do something. Okay, this verb to blanch. This word is also used often in cookery. For example, if you're going to freeze vegetables, you take them and you put them in boiling water for a minute and then you take them out. That is to blanch. Okay, so you blanch them before freezing and they lose a bit of their color. Also, you can blanch a plant. For example, asparagus comes in green and white. To get white asparagus, what you need to do is you need to blanch it. You need to put it in a dark place and you cut it off from direct light and it goes white. So to blanch, to whiten. Okay, so in the food world, to blanch, to cook in boiling water just for a minute. Yeah, to parboil if you like. If you blanch the vegetables before you roast them, they roast much more easily. Okay, and white asparagus is blanched. Okay, it's the light is restricted. Okay, so to blanch at an idea, to turn white or to become pale. So his face blanched in terror. Particularly to blanch at something. Oh my God. Oh, and you go white at the thought. Whereas to blench, to move back, to flinch back very suddenly. Okay? So, blench, to shrink back, to flinch, to turn aside. Yeah? Okay, so to draw back from something that you don't like the idea. Whereas to blanch, to grow white, he blanched with fear. The curtains slowly blanched in the sun. They were bleached. Okay, so to blanch, yeah, to bleach by excluding light or by putting in too much light. Almonds, for example, you take them out of their shell and they've still got this brown skin. If you put them in boiling water for 10 seconds and then take them out, you can blanch them, you can take off the skin and they become white. To blanch almonds, for example. Okay, so he blanched at the thought of appearing naked in public. Yeah, he went white at the thought. He blenched. He moved back. Blench is normally something that's disgusting, that's worrying, that's horrible. Yeah, yeah, it has a more physical reaction. Whereas to blanch is where you go white. You go white from fear or from something like that, or from embarrassment. And that's the idea. Okay, so to blanch, to make pale by extracting the colour, or to grow pale from shock or fear or some sort of similar emotion. Whereas to blench, to suddenly flinch away in fear or maybe even pain as well, to recoil. So notice both blanch and blench are regular verbs. He blenched at the sight of blood, and he blanched at the sight of blood. He blenched, he blanched, he went white. Okay, he has blenched on many occasions. He's flinched away. He has always blanched at the idea of making a speech in public. Okay, so next question, formality. To blench, this is quite an unusual word, and I don't think native speakers use this one very often. I think I'm probably going to give it 6.5 to 7 in formality. Could you use it in a informal conversation? I think I would use the word to flinch, yeah, to move away, to react, yeah, to shrink away from, to recoil, something like that. To blanch vegetables, this is a technical word. 5 in formality, use it anywhere. It's a technical cooking term. And I blanch at the idea of appearing in public as a film, in a film. Formality. I think I would probably give this a 6 in formality, something like that. I think you could use it informally and formally as well, so it's got a wider range. Yeah, informally, yeah, he went white as a sheet when he saw it. He blanched when he saw it. So if very commonly this phrase, to blanch at the idea of doing something, woof, I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I think blench is probably more unusual. And then as to origin, okay, blanche comes from the French word blanc, meaning white, from Latin blancus, yeah, again white, or Proto-Germanic blancas, bright, shining, blinding white, yeah, and even Proto-Indo-European bleg, meaning to shine. To blench comes from the Old English word blencan, to deceive or to cheat, from a Proto-Germanic word blenkjana, to deceive or to trick. So notice they do actually have different origins, but I think the most common one is to blanch. So anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Blanch and Blench.